Facts about Nepal. Nepal is one of the oldest countries in the world, although its boundary has been regularly varying. Sometimes its boundary got bigger and sometimes got smaller. Very interesting fact about Nepal is that it has carried out the most primitive legacy of glorious social, cultural, and political unity among differently verified caste, ethnicity, race, creed, religious, cultural, and other diversified pluralism in integrated form of stato-dynamic progressivism. Nepal has total population of 2,91,36,808 and Nepal is one of the 49th largest country by the population and 95th largest country in terms of geographical territory that it has occupied. In that background, Nepal isn't a small state in regard to its population and territory, rather an intermediate-sized country. In comparison to India and China, Nepal might have a low population and small territory, but the sovereignty and independency seldom compared to its population and the territory there they are expanded. Positive sides of Nepal-India relations. Nepal and India relationship has been very primordial even from the Vedic period. In the very ancient period, India was exited into different principalities, but Nepal had stayed alive as an infinite, sovereign and independent nation. Nepal and India enjoy excellent bilateral ties, founded on the ages-old connection of history, culture, tradition and religion. These relations are close, comprehensive and multidimensional, and are pronounced more in political, social, cultural, religious and economic engagements with each other. To add up the formal flavor to such historic relations, the two countries established diplomatic relations on 17 June 1947. The unwavering commitment to the principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality and understanding of each other's aspirations and sensitivities has been the firm foundation on which our bilateral relations have been growing further. Dark sides of Nepal-India relationship. The history of the demarcation of the modern India-Nepal border began on March 4, 1816 AD, after the signing of the Sugauli Treaty between British India and the state of Nepal. The treaty declared the Mahakali River of Nepal as the borderline between two countries. The treaty was expected to resolve the border issues, but it did not. Over 200 years later, the dispute regarding the border and the surrounding no man's land area flares up now and then in different areas of the Indo-Nepali border. India shares border with Nepal from three sides. Many Nepali media have reported cases of border encroachment on the part of Indian parties in multiple border regions. Nepal claims that among 27 districts that share their border with Nepal, 72 places in 23 districts have been encroached. Kalapani issue is not recent one. According to Sugauli Treaty signed on 3rd March 1816 AD between British East India Company and the government of Nepal, the Mahakali River was shown as Nepal's western boundary with India. Subsequent maps drawn by British surveyors show the source of the boundary river at different places. This inconsistency in locating the source of the river led to boundary disputes between India and Nepal, with each country producing maps supporting their own claims. Northwest part of Darchula is most remote and a very less number of people were settling there. The remote geography of Nepal was not connected by road. It is not even necessary to use the way by India to reach to its places. Either the border encroachment from the neighbor or any other discrimination of Indian Seema Suraksha Bal (SSB) would only limit to the residents of the border village. During the Sino-Indian War in 1962, altogether in 17 places of Nepal, the Indian army had made camps. But during the premiership of Kritinidhi Bista and King Mahendra Bir Bikram Saha, India dismissed 16 army camps from different places of Nepal. But not from the Kalapani territory. Rather, it gave permanency for settling into the places, converting the citizenship of the people of the region, distributing the Indian ration cards, administrative reformations, constructing hydroelectricity, running schools, declaring Lipulik a tri-countries border point, making agreement of trade transit between two neighboring countries from the Nepalese border without consulting to Nepal, and recently constructing and inaugurating the Kailash Nath Link Road shifted the local issue of border encroachment into national issue. Strength of Nepal in evidence. The evidences presented by Nepal government are the strongest and reliable to international laws. First evidence is that Nepal claims the entire parts east from the Kali River, an integrated part of Nepal, according to the Sigauli Treaty between British East India Company and Government of Nepal. Second, the people from the east of the Kali River were affiliated to Nepal. Third, some decades ago, the places of Limpiadhura, Gunji, Nabi and Kuti as well as the entire parts of Kalapani and Lipulik belonged to Nepal. Fourth, the people of those places had paid a land revenue tax to Nepal government. Fifth, the population of the territory was enumerated by General Bureau of Statistics of Nepal. Sixth, the people of the territory had participated into the first general election of Nepal, which was held in 2015 BS. 7th, Nepal wants to solve the dispute about the origin of Kali River. According to universal standards, the starting point of the border river is always considered the longest and biggest water flowing. In that regard, the origin of Kali is doubtlessly Limpiadhura. Conclusion. When the matter of Nepal and India relationship comes forth, we must remember and recognize Nepal and India Friendship Treaty that was signed and came into force on 31st July 1950. The treaty mentions that the government of Nepal and government of India, they do consider complete sovereignty, territorial integrity and independence of each other, but never acknowledging ancient ties between Nepal and India. Cultural affinity is lacking in practical level, but strategically partnership, trade partnership, security concerns, but never in civilization matters. The world is heading towards a new global order. In fact, new global order is in the making, and this new global order would be in terms of civilizations. Sooner or later, the polarization would be based on civilization commonalities. Here are two countries, Nepal and India, who are inheritors of Vedic civilization. They never put forth the matter of civilization in action.